Hello, sports fans, and welcome to Keeping Score. I'm your host, Theodore Fernandez. You guys know me as T-Money. There's a reason for that. My picks are always straight cash. I won the NFL competition last year, and I'm here to deliver some more good picks this year, but I also have a very talented team around me. We got a returner in the house. We know you all love him. Candyman, how's it going?
It's going great. So great to be back in studio live and not in a Google Meet. I'm really looking forward to the conversation with you guys, the banter, and let's hit the show.
Yes, let's do that. On the other side of the room, we have the Dog Pound. M-Dog, Mr. Meyer.
Yes, thanks for having me. I'm looking forward to bantering with you guys and seeing what we come up with here for this upcoming NFL season.
And the fourth member of our team, classmate of mine, Ella. E-Dog, how's it going?
It's going. I'm excited to be here, excited to be part of the team, and I'm hoping that my picks are good.
I'm hoping that as well. Before we get into giving some picks, we're going to give you guys an introduction to the four of us. Candyman, you've said this before on camera, but hopefully we have some new viewers. Walk us through your rooting interest, because you got an interesting situation there.
Jet fan, pretty much through my brother. It's been rough, you know. I'll go back to the Rex Ryan years, Mark Sanchez years, the Brian Schottenheimer years in 2 seconds, and you know, my wife likes the Bills, so we are torn among the AFC East with our NFL fandom.
Yes, and you guys both had to suffer for a better part of 2 decades as the Patriots dominated. But then there was a team that dominated the Patriots, and the three of us here will be happy about that. M-Dog, what was it like watching those games?
Hey, listen, 18 victories for the Patriots, but one giant loss in that season is all I have to say. You know? It's been a while, but it hasn't been that long, so you know I'm still not perhaps as bitter as Candy over here. But you know we're hoping for a good start this year. You know we have promise, we have the future in front of us. They just got to produce.
Yeah, E-Dog, I'm sure you'd
fully agree. I'm excited to see what the future holds for the Giants. I think stealing the entire Bills front office is definitely going to be in our favor. Great management change from the monster that was Gettleman and what he did to our team. But excited to see what the future holds.
I'm not getting on your bad side. I'm glad I'm on your side. I'm gonna tell you. Woo!
Candyman, you are in for some fire.
I sure do hold a grudge.
Okay, so with that being said, we're going to get right into some award talk. We're going to start with Offensive Player of the Year. Cooper Kupp had an incredible season, something that went really under the radar in a way. Have either of you guys seen, M-Dog and Candyman, have either of you guys seen a season that dominant from anyone, really?
I mean, if you played fantasy, Cooper Kupp was gold, and he pretty much single-handedly, well, with Stafford, won the Super Bowl. Odell went down early. And you knew who was getting the ball, but he found a way for the Rams to win that tremendous victory in the Super Bowl last year.
Yeah, I luckily grabbed him this year. Actually, I had my draft last night. Was very, very happy to be able to snag him.
Cooper Kupp, the year before that, had a very good year. He got hurt down the stretch there. But you know, it shouldn't have surprised too many people. The numbers, oh yeah, they were gaudy. So the question is, can you really repeat that? Can you do better than that? I mean, I guess you can do just as good. But we'll see.
Candyman, can he, or will someone else be taking the award from him?
Well, I'm going to go with Josh Allen. I mean, he's been in the league now. This might be his 5th year. I mean, he's almost an MVP candidate. Does he overthrow Pat Mahomes as the ultimate quarterback in the league? He's got to be really bitter about that loss. Got to revenge that loss to Kansas City. I think he's going to put up big numbers. Him and Steph Diggs and Gabriel Davis get it done up there in Buffalo.
Who knows what'll happen with the whole front office situation. I mean, Giants taking so many of that staff. Who knows whether the Bills will suffer from it.
Daves and shine.
Maybe a possible Bills step back. That is something we will certainly discuss later in the show. For now, though, M-Dog, give us your pick for the award.
All right, I got one. Some people are going to be shaking their heads on this one, but it's not an unfamiliar name. It's a guy who's done it before, and I think he can do it again, just with a couple of breaks there. The defense stepping up. I think the Baltimore Ravens have a gem in one Lamar Jackson. All right, I mean, I think he could do it. I think he could step up his game. I mean, he's going to be running. Yeah, he's lost a receiver, but they're looking for Bateman to step up, and hopefully, you know, him and the rest of the team, he could be an offensive gem. I'm hoping.
I like the pick. We'll see if injuries become a problem for the Ravens again, but if not, he certainly could be primed to win it. E-Dog, you agree or you got someone new?
I got somebody new. Don't get me wrong. Have a deep love for Lamar Jackson as my fantasy quarterback because he runs, but I think, and despite the fact that it is a quarterback league, I think Jonathan Taylor has the potential to take Offensive Player of the Year. I think he's going to put up phenomenal numbers. I think the Colts are really ready to be stepping up. They've been working on this for a while now, and I think the potential's there. I think Jonathan Taylor is going to be great. I'm excited to see what he does.
Number one in a lot of fantasy drafts.
Yes, almost universally agreed as the number one pick. Stuffs the stat sheet. But I got another big-time player, Justin Jefferson. I've been saying all offseason Kirk Cousins is going to break out this year. He's going to finally put some things together, and Justin Jefferson is his outlet to do that. Third-year man from Alabama takes home the award. LSU, rather, my bad. Okay, so speaking of LSU, because they have a lot of talent on defense, we're going to switch over to that side of the ball and discuss this defensive award. M-Dog, I'm going to let you take it away. Who do you
You're
have?
going to let me go first.
Yes, I
Because
am.
I have all the controversial picks, let me tell you, which I think I do. Now, some people might say he's all washed up. So, it was kind of hard for me to zero in on one person, but I'll just say real quickly, Khalil Mack, all right? Now, listen, all right? I get it. Maybe he's older, but the Chargers, baby, the Chargers. If it's not going to be him, it's going to be Bosa. I'm loving that. I feel something about that Charger defense. So one or the other, they're going to elevate each other's game. And then when we talk offense, we could talk about the Chargers as well. And I know you like Justin Herbert as well. So, but yeah, I got an unconventional pick there. Another 2 in a row, I guess you can say.
Chargers are so stacked everywhere on the ball. They are a team to watch out for. Ella, who do you have?
I mean, it's a classic. Aaron Donald, we saw what he did in the Super Bowl last year. How could you not? I think the Rams are going to do well again this year, so I thought it was a very easy pick.
Aaron Donald winning the award would arguably make him the greatest defender of all time. I'd say Lawrence Taylor would still have that mantle, but people would argue for it. Back to M-Dog's point a minute before, I do have the award coming from a Chargers player, not one of the ones you mentioned. I have been really high on Derwin James ever since college. He's just so hard-hitting. He makes the right plays. He just can't stay healthy. I think this is the year that changes. He stays healthy, and he anchors this defense while winning the award. Candyman, over to you.
I think my pick is more becoming a household name, not J.J. Watt, but T.J. Watt. I think he was runner-up for this award in 2019 and 2020, won it in 21. The Steelers really need him to step up because I really don't see their offense doing much. It's going to be the Najee show and quarterback situation is Mitch Trubisky right now. So I think T.J. Watt continues his high level of play, and he's up there for this award. He can do it again.
I like the pick. Can't go wrong with any of these four. There's so many talented players in this league today. But now we're going to switch over to the team side. It's a team sport. So let's start talking. Last year the Bengals really came from out of nowhere in most people's eyes to go to the Super Bowl. E-Dog, you take it away. Who's that team this year?
Yeah, honestly, I mean, maybe it seems predictable coming off of my history and what I like, but New York Giants, I think, to me, mindset's everything. Speaking of the Bengals, I think last year they came off of two things, luck and mindset, and I think the Giants have the mindset for it. If you saw recently that Saquon Barkley interview, I mean, of course, big fan of him, but that Saquon Barkley interview where he wants it more than anybody else, and I really think that's going to show this year.
Incredible interview. Unfortunately, we can't air it on screen due to some of the stuff that was said, but man, I really want to see him break out.
Yeah, I think I really think it's all about the mindset, and again, all those front office changes. I think they're going to break out, and I really think that everybody is really putting them in the dust too much.
You guys see me rocking the Danny Dimes jersey. I really hope this team breaks out, but I've been burned too many times by them to make them my pick. I'm going to head back to what you said earlier, Candyman, about the Steelers. I think you were a little too critical about their offense. I am very intrigued by Mitch Trubisky. I think in 2018, what he did with Chicago he was an above-average quarterback, if we're being real. And he didn't have anything incredible in the way of weapons or running game. He's got Najee. He's got great receivers. Yes, he'll be running for his life a little behind that atrocious O-line. But all in all, he will have a chance to lead the Steelers to some wins. And Mike Tomlin, as a coach, just does not lose. My producer backstage, Mr. Scone, is going crazy, rolling on the floor as we talk about this.
Get out!
A lot of Steelers fans here, and they all are going to love what I say here. Candyman, though, we're going to head over to you because you have another
Put
AFC
it to the
team.
bank, T-Money. Steelers.
Yeah, you can. I got a little unconventional pick here. AFC East after the Bills kind of wide open. I mean, everybody loves the Patriots. I think that the Miami Dolphins have some offensive power here. We need Tua to step up. He's got two good receivers. He's got Waddle, and they signed Tyreek Hill. I'm also high on Matt Gesicki. I think he's a great tight end. I don't know what they really have on defense. But I think after the Bills in the AFC East, I think maybe a 9-7 if the records are weak across the AFC, maybe that gets you in as a wild card spot. I think Miami could potentially do that.
Absolutely. M-Dog, your picks have been so bad we had to push you to the back of the line.
You know what? That's okay because I'm out on a limb. And when I'm right, you're going to be coming and you're going to be saying Meyer, M-Dog. But let me tell you something. We're going to South Beach if you're right.
Oh, man.
All right? We're going to South Beach. Now, if I'm right, we're going to go skiing in the Rockies, okay?
I like both
because
options.
let me tell you something. I went to Denver, okay? So I did a little driving this summer on a road trip as I typically do. So I found myself out in Denver, out in Colorado, going through the Rockies, and then I found myself way down, going down into town, into Denver, because a friend of mine said, who's a fan, he said, you got to go to training camp. So I went to Denver's training camp, okay? And it was exciting. First day at camp, too, so it was very exciting. And it was laid back, too, like it used to be with the Giants and when they were up in Albany. And now it's more formalized. There's a lot of people there at, in the Meadowlands when they do the training. So I'm there in Denver, and then I had an epiphany, okay? I met the Mile High Prophet, okay? Huge Denver fan, and he walks around with his 10 Commandments. I don't know, I think I might have shared a picture with you. You might have that, I don't know. But so I met the Mile High Prophet, and I was floored, and I saw the light, okay? It's Denver this year, all right? And all I have to say is, what happened the last time Denver got their hands on a Hall of Fame quarterback, all right? That guy's name was Peyton Manning, all right, if I remember, okay? So now they got Russell Wilson, all right? And with that talent, Cortland Sutton, right? And they got the running back, Javonte Williams. Let me tell you something. Me and the Mile High Prophet, we bonded for the day. And he convinced me that Denver is going to do something. And that's my prediction for the sleeper, the up-and-coming team. If they don't do it this year, they'll do it by next year. I'll tell you that much. Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy, here we go. Because
Go Broncos, babe, on the Mile High Prophet.
As luck would have it, our
Amen.
next segment is Letdown Team. And as luck would have it, I'm going first. And as luck would have it, the Denver Broncos are going to be the most disappointing.
He's setting me up,
I don't know how
people,
you
but don't
rebut that.
worry, I will have the last
I
laugh.
don't know how you rebut that. That was
I
so
have a
powerful.
rebuttal.
Spiritual, all of the above.
You can
prophet's
say
on my
Mile
side.
High Prophet, but when they leave the Mile High City, I don't know how much trust I have in this team. Russell Wilson has been one of the most overrated QBs in the league.
Super Bowl winner, this
Almost,
guy.
it could've been
Josh
two-
That was
Allen,
what,
Danny
7 years?
Could have been a
Dimes.
two-time. Could have been a two-time Super Bowl.
It could have been, should have been, yeah. He'll get his second in Denver.
Every single year, he falls apart down the stretch. Yes, he had some O-line issues, but still, when is some of the blame going to go on him? I hope this is the year, because when he disappoints, people will notice, people will blame him. There's talent on the team, but they will miss the playoffs.
The Mile High Prophet is not going to be happy about this.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm a Giants fan, but Russell Wilson lost to the Giants last year, and that is just
You got some young blood here. They don't remember him beating
not
Aaron Rodgers
a
in
great
the
thing
NFC
for
East.
him.
NFC title game.
I don't
That's
know what's
years
going
ago,
on
though.
here. Well, when you ask me the most disappointing team, I got to come back for that.
Oh, God. Okay, for now, though, Candyman, why don't you take it away? Who's going to disappoint?
Who disappoints every year?
Are you wearing the jersey of the disappointed?
Star. Dallas.
Oh,
Dallas
yeah.
is going to make a
Yeah,
run
I
this
love
year.
this one. I hope
love
he's
that.
right.
I love
I
that.
hope he's right.
CeeDee Lamb. Every
Gotta
year,
hope.
I just think Dallas is about money and AT&T Stadium. Jerry's already in the Hall of Fame. I'm sick of hearing it. You know, when's the, I can't remember the last time I won a playoff game. Dallas is going to disappoint because they always do.
I'm just sick of the Cowboys. I'm sick of Cowboys fans. I'm sick of their stadium. I'm sick of their commercials, their cheerleaders, everything. I hate them.
Glad we could get that Cowboys rant session in, but show must go on. M-Dog, give us your disappointing team.
All right, listen. In order for my previous prediction to come through, this team that's going to be disappointing has to disappoint.
Okay.
Because let me tell you something. The NFC West out there is one of the most competitive there is. I'm sorry, AFC. So because you have the Chargers out in the West, you have Denver, and then you have Kansas City. All right, so I think Kansas City, in order for Denver to be, to rise above, they've got, the competition. They've got to beat the competition. I think the competition, won't be as strong in Kansas City this year. They have suspect running backs. The departure of Tyreek Hill. We'll see what kind of receivers emerge. I mean, if Juju's got the juju, fine. But Juju's got to show the juju again post-injury, And I just have a feeling that Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs will slip a bit and be a little. And therefore, hey, tell you, if the Chiefs slip a bit, that's a disappointment in itself. Just slipping a little bit with Kansas City, because a lot of people are going to pick them. So I think we're not going to be as wowed by Kansas City. And hopefully we're wowed by the Broncos. We'll see.
I can
and
agree.
the Giants.
Yeah, of course. I can agree with you on that Chiefs statement, though. You know what? Everybody commends Patrick Mahomes for being able to throw that sidearm while falling, but the fact that he's falling so much is going to be detrimental to him. Yes. I don't want to. Of course, I don't want to hope this on him, but I think that with that continued motion, he's going to mess up his knee. I think the possibility of an ACL tear, especially with all these turf fields all over, I think it's definitely could be in the cards for him, and I think that might be a big blow to the Chiefs.
Absolutely. It is very bold to pick against Mahomes, but the Chiefs without Mahomes, you never know. Anything is possible. E-Dog, who's your disappointment?
I'm saying the Bengals. I know, it might seem like I'm backtracking with the whole mindset thing, but they got off on mindset and luck with those Bengals, and who knows if they can replicate that again this year. I mean, it was fully a wild card. They came out of nowhere, and who knows? I mean, it's such a wild card in my book.
Super Bowl hangover is certainly a real thing. You look at the Panthers in 2015, the Falcons the very next year. You just see it over and over again where you make it to the Super Bowl and then a lot of times you never even get back. Dan Marino can attest to that. Yeah. All right, so we've made it almost all the way through the show, but we have one final topic left to go. I'm sure all of the audience knows what's coming. Time to pick a Super Bowl champ. Candyman, I'm going to let you take it away. We don't even need an introduction here. Who's winning it all? I'm
going to go a little nuts here. Hey, let's go, Buffalo. I think this is the year for them. I think after this year, Manlos will kill me for saying this, it's this year or no year. I really thought the best game last year was that Bills-Chiefs game. I thought the winner of that game would be the eventual Super Bowl champs. I was proved wrong because the Bengals beat the Chiefs in that AFC Championship game, but Gabriel Davis, you have Steph Diggs, Josh Allen, I'll pick him to be Offensive Player of the Year. The defense, Micah Hyde, Poyer. Micah Hyde needs to play the whole year. The coaching's a little different, but Ken Dorsey was under Brian Dable. Ken Dorsey was a quarterback at Miami. I don't think the offense misses a beat. They just need to get lucky. They had some tough losses last year, too. This is the year. This is the year they got to go for it. They signed Von Miller. It's kind of an obvious pick. Former Denver Bronco. And Ram. I'm going Bills.
All right. We will be talking about the Bills more this show, I'm sure. For now, M-Dog, give us your pick.
All right. Listen, I really do hope you're right. I mean, you and I, we go back a long way. We've been to Buffalo together. Yes, we've been to Niagara Falls together. Yes. We love that New York team. I hope you're right.
We got to go to Orchard Park together.
But it would be too boring if I said the Bills and really didn't make an off-the-wall prediction. Sure. So it's going to be, can one of those two teams that appeared in the Super Bowl last year repeat? All right? Now, you say no on the Bengals part.
No. I'm
saying
no,
the Bengals, that's really risky. So I won't be as risky. I'm going to say the Rams again. If Stafford can stay healthy, and now I know he's got maybe some arm issues, but if he can stay healthy, Cam Akers coming back, and I know he didn't shine too much at the end when he came back last year, but if he can be on and Cooper Kupp can be on, guys we talked about, I think the Rams could be right back in there. We'll see.
I like the pick. We've had two of the front runners picked so far. E-Dog, are you going to continue the trend?
I partially agree with you, but I think the Bills are coming back with a vengeance. Oh. I got to agree with the Candyman here. I think that...
Don't stop believing.
I mean, even if you would have... I mean, the entire world was buzzing after that one game. Everybody was... You'd walk into class arguing about what the fair call was, and I think the Bills are angry. And I really think that they're gonna take that mindset all the way.
I certainly understand what you two have said, but come on, guys. How is it that we've gone through a whole NFL show without even bringing up the name Tom Brady?
Oh, good. I don't want to hear it.
This man,
We almost made it. Oh.
this man retired, then unretired. And you're telling me he did that to not win the Super Bowl? I'm sorry, it's Tom Brady we're talking about. He is going to will this team to the Super Bowl. They added so many weapons. They've added pieces. It's a no-brainer. Bucks easily.
I gotta disagree. I mean, maybe you've seen it in the news, but Brady and his wife are having a really difficult time right now. And I
Trouble in
think,
paradise.
yeah, I really think that can
It'll
be
motivate him.
I disagree.
Yeah.
I think it'll really mess him up.
It's over his work ethic, supposedly. You know, she's angry.
Oh.
Yeah,
I
I think she's angry that he's coming back.
I mean, what are you going to choose, the Super Bowl or your kids?
Can I interject for a second?
But I'm not going to get involved in that. I'm just not going to pick him.
I think if Brady, I forget, was it divisional round when they almost beat the Rams?
Yes.
I think if he makes the NFC Championship last year, win or lose, I think he might have hung it up. But I'm thinking for him. I'm not him. But I think that might have been it. Just personal opinion.
I'm sorry. Come on. It's Tom Brady, guys. It's destined already that he is going to retire having won another Super Bowl. I just can't see it any way where he does not win.
Man, he might be playing for a while.
Yeah.
He might
Yeah.
play until
45
50.
years old.
Yeah.
My age.
All right. It'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, I just hate him so much.
I think
that,
if this show, if there's anything to take away from this show, it's that there are a ton of storylines and a ton to watch out for in this NFL season. But that'll do it for today's edition of Keeping Score. For the Dog Pound, M-Dog and E-Dog, great to have you on for the first time.
Thanks for having us.
And Candyman,
Great to be
Glad to have you
back
back.
in studio. Thanks for having me.
great that all this
Love
COVID
it.
stuff is over. I'm your host, T Money. I'll be seeing you guys a lot throughout this year. So thank you. Have a good night.